lesson. Okay. Good morning once again to everyone. Now, in previous period, we have completed mixed economy. Okay. Now, what is? I'll give a small recap that one of yes, Ashka has given the recap. But I'll give again a short recap because she missed out the goals of plan. Okay. Now, what is a mixed economy? Mixed economy which has both the thing, the good things of the private sector, that uh, capitalist economy, and the good things of the socialist economy. When both of them come together, it becomes a mixed economy. Now the mixed economy has three part. Okay, as it is a mixed economy, so it has a three part. The first is the public sector, which is totally governed by the government. Second is the private sector, which is governed by the private industrialists, and the mixed sector, in which both government and joint sector, that is more, both government and the private industrialists work together. Okay. Now after that, we have discussed some features of the mixed economy. Okay, some characteristics. What are the different characteristics? For I'll give us one of the one two examples. For example, what is important? The system aims the maximization of the production, popular participation on a large scale. Then mixed economy work where you okay. How to define mixed economy? A mixed economy is economy where uh, in order to achieve economic development, we take a form of the mixed economy in which both public sector and private sector work together, or you can say a economy where public and private sector come together, and for the benefit of the society they work together, is called as mixed economy. Okay, I hope it is clear to Aryan. Okay. Now after that characteristics of the mixed economy, we have discussed the 5-year plan, that is objectives of the 5-year plan. Then we have done the fundamental principles of the planning. Then we discuss the goals of the plan. Okay. In the goals, we have discussed different criteria which was very important to sort out for the economic development. Now, uh, now we are going to study uh, different 5-year plans. Okay. Okay. Now, so we are going to focus our first 5-year plan, that was from 1951 to 1956. Now the primarily for it okay, Samriddhi, at last I'll give a recap of the goals of plan. Let me start first listen. Okay, first complete this. Okay. uh, Now the first 5-year plan, the it has a primarily focus on agriculture, social development, irrigation, and the flood control, sources of energy, then rural and small industries, heavy industries, and minerals, transport and communication, education, and health. These are the some uh, plans on which the government has focused. Okay. Uh, and by this foundation for the planned economic development is also laid by the first 5-year plan. Okay. It was the first time that the 5-year plan has been announced by the government, so they have done the planning, and they trying to uh, uh, start doing the solving the problem of the first of all the basic necessities. Okay, which is very important for the survival. So for that, they have focus on the agriculture, social development, irrigation, means water, all those things which is very important for the growth of agriculture. Okay, then after that, second 5-year plan. Now in second 5-year plan, what was the ambition? The ambition of the government is to industrialization, to give focus on industrialization, because in first 5-year plan they already focused on the agriculture. Okay, now it is very important that if we want to um, do progress in agriculture, so we should give more attention to the industrialization also. Then only the tools of the agriculture can be made more and more uh, advanced, and it will help. Okay, so industrialization was a main was one of the plan of the 5-year plan, in which iron and steel industries at Durgapur, Bhilai and Raurkela, chemical fertilizer plants at Sindri, then rail engine factory at Chitranjan, a factory of railway bogies at Perampur, shipbuilding factory at Vishakhapatnam, and other heavy industries were set up. And it was set up by which sector? Public sector. Why it was set up by the public sector? Because it needs huge amount of investment, and the profit is not so fast. So government has took the initiative to start all these industries. Okay, and it was very important that for the increase in the national income. Okay, is that clear, the second 5-year plan? Yes, students. Okay, now the third 5-year plan. Now, in first 5-year plan, we have discussed the agriculture. The government has given the focus on the agriculture, and in second 5-year plan, the government has given the focus on the at industries. Now, it is very important that we should do a balance between that. If you're not doing the balance between both, so one sector will move very fast in the progress, and the second one can be back behind. So for that, it is very important to do a balance. So the third 5-year plan was set up for the balancing the agriculture and industries. Okay. Now, he other than the balance of the agriculture and industry, uh, some plans were there, that is increase in the national income, heavy industries, development in the transport and mineral industry, elevation means remove, to get a relief of the poverty, to make the society poverty free. Okay, and to expand the opportunities for the employment. Now it is very important that government should provide employment, then only the poverty can be removed, as the public can get the can earn the money for, and can uh, increase the standard of living. Okay, but what happened during the third 5-year plan? Now you can see the date. It is 1961 to 1966. Now, what happened during this third 5-year plan? The all goals were not, we can say, completed, not able to do. The reason, there was intense famine. Okay, so government have to pay attention to that. Okay, then after that, invasion by the China and war with Pakistan. We all know that China has invaded India during this third 5-year plan. So because of that, the government, instead of focusing the goals, now it is very important that government should focus the country, the enemy country, and the natural calamity which has been occur in the country. So because of that, government has focused on the famine to take out the society out of the famine situation, to balance the people of the society, and the invasion by the China and the war we have with Pakistan. We should have to fight with that. So because of that, there's a lot of stress came on the Indian economy. Is that clear? So all the goals are not completed. The third 5-year plan is understood. I hope there is a no doubt. Okay. Now, fourth 5-year plan, 1969 to 1974. Now, what was the goal of this plan? The goal was the India should become self-reliant, and after that, basic industry should also be developed by government. Then increase the speed of economic development. Now it is very important that the economic development should be faster. Okay, if the development is not fast, so other countries can go faster and they can achieve different things and we can be lag behind. So it is very important that economic development should have a speed. So in the fourth 5-year plan, government started to work for this. And then it is very important to establish a socialistic pattern of society. So government started to giving attention to this factor, that they should establish a socialistic pattern of society. Now the 14 major banks were nationalized during this year. Okay, and now why it was nationalized, what was the purpose, we will discuss afterwards. But now you just remember this, that 14 national banks were, 14 banks in the country were nationalized. Okay, but as per the previous plan, this plan was also not able to complete all its objective. Okay, because there is a burden of the Bangladesh war during this. So expenditure have to spend to the refugees. Now who is the refugees? Who come to us to take a we can say help. Okay, those who boycotted from other countries and coming to you for the help, so they are called as refugees. So yes, uh, temporarily they are going to come. Yes, very good, Balaji. So some Bangladesh, East Bangladesh. Okay, the Bangladesh is the Bengal is divided into West Bengal and the East Bengal. So East Bengal became the Bangladesh. So some people from that place came as a refugee to our country. So our country, our government have to spend income for that. So and because of that, there is a stress on the economy and the government is not able to complete the fourth 5-year plan. Okay. Not only this, the Indian economy also suffered because there is a raise of government and railway servants and rise in the prices of petrol in the international market, and because of that, government have to face a lot of loss. Now the fifth 5-year plan, that is 1974 to 1979. Now what was the goal? Okay, again there is a goal, but of the self-sufficient, this but self-sufficient by alleviating poverty. Still poverty is not removed from the society. So government want the India should become economically self-sufficiently by alleviating the poverty. And the what were the objectives of the fifth 5-year plan? The that is increase the national income. When the national income will increase, when the income of the people will increase, that time only the national income can be increased. So then the make large scale employment available. supply education, nutrition, food, and drinking water, to make facilities of medical treatment and available in the rural areas, to supply electricity and means of communication, implement social welfare scheme on a wide scale. Then bring a development in agriculture also. Okay. uh, then increase in the basic industries. Okay. Then food grains and other life sustaining goods should not get a higher. Okay, there should not be monopoly over that. So government have to look that also. Or if there is a monopoly, so there is a risk of hiking the price. That is why government have to pay attention over there also. So from this we can understand still government is facing from the poverty, or from the problem of the poverty, which is not able to complete it. This objective is not able to complete it. And which was that? The poverty and increase in employment. Okay, in the fifth, the government which who started elevation of the poverty in the third 5-year plan, till the fifth 5-year plan government reach, and it is not able to uh, achieve the goal of the removal of the poverty and an increase in the employment. Now, what happened in 1977? In 1977, there was a general election has been announced, and in that general election, the Congress party was defeated. And who came into the power? The Janta Party. Okay, as it came into the power, what he has done, this government completed uh, okay when it came into the power, the government removed or ended all the plans, the 5-year plans, okay, which was made by the previous government. Okay, in the year March 1978, and started a rolling plan from 19 April 1978, but still it is failed. And in 1980, there is a election, general election of the Lok Sabha has been conducted, and the Congress party again came to the power. Okay, this you have already studied in the previous chapter about this government, how they came into the power and how they defeated. So I'm not going to explain a lot about that because you already know all these things. Now the sixth 5-year plan. Now we already know that the elevation of the poverty is not been achieved. Okay, so again the sixth 5-year plan is stressing upon what? The elevation of the poverty and employment generation. So what will be the objective? The objectives will be increase the growth rate in economy, then reduce the rate of poverty and unemployment, shape the and implement a population policy so that people adopt a small family norm voluntarily, and population will be under control. Okay, so now what happened in fifth 5-year plan? There are some we can say something government also need from the society, that people should have a small family. If they have a small family, so the standard of living will increase automatically, that we already discussed in the goals of the plan. Okay, so for that government has tried, and so he announced that he started a policy. Because of that, people should voluntarily means by their own will, join the policy of the small family system. Okay, now some programs were started during sixth 5-year plan. That is integrated rural development program, Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program, National Rural Employment Program, and Salem Steel Plant. Yes, these are the some programs which were implemented during the 6th five-year plan. Now we will jump to the 7th five-year plan, which was from 1985 to 1990. Now, still there is a need to give a stress on the food because that was not done. And employment has also been not, the increase in employment is also not, the objective was not completed as there are many people in a society who is still unemployed. So the objective, yeah, Samruddhi, I'm saying that only what happened in this plan. Let me discuss first objective. Now as the development has been, okay, um, the development is not done previous plans, so still the objective, the development is there. Then modernization means to be a modern by the thought, broad-mindedness. Okay, so government started for the work of the modernization, not the westernization. Westernization is different term and the modernization is different term. Westernization means the people following the western belief, but here modernization means we have to become modern, we have to use the modern things for the development, we should use the modern technology, it is called as modernization. Then self-reliance. Okay, social justice, improving the technique of production. Okay, if technique of production have been changed, so it is very it is so government will able to achieve the goal of the development and modernization. So it is very important that there is a need to change in the technique of production to achieve an yearly increase in national income by 5% and increase food grain production. Okay, so there are in this 5-year plan also some plan have been started by the government. For example, Jawahar Rozgar Yojana, India Awas Yojana, scheme of 10 lakh wells. Now, from the 7th plan, it is very important. The 7th plan is very important as it gives a lots of employment. So, on the point of view of the employment generation, the 7th plan proved some importance in the planning. Now, let's move to the 8th 5-year plan. It is from 1992 to 1997. Now, this plan gave a lot of scope to the private sector. Now, it is very important as the government is not able to achieve its goal by its own industries. So, the government decided that it should give a scope to the private sector. So private industries will come and they will try to generate the industries and it will help government to increase the economy. Okay, economic development. So now the plan had the plan which features the plans have the it has to maintain the rate of growth in national income at 6.5%, to control the growth of population, to encourage the program of family planning. Okay, yes, that this program of family planning was not accepted by the society very quickly. It takes a lot of years. Still now also we can see there are large family system is there. So it is very important that we should have a small family. Is that clear? So we still the government is working for that, to remove illiteracy by the expansion of primary education. Now it is very important that if society want to progress, so the people of the society should be literate. If people is not literate, so they are not able to understand the thing what the government is trying to say, and they will be superstitions belief. Okay, for example, we can take the example of the family planning. Some society has the belief that we cannot stop a child to take birth because it is a gift of God. But it is very important for today's society that we should adopt the policy of the family planning. So if we have a small family, so we can give a focus on all the member equally, so everyone will get proper nutrition, proper development and proper growth. Is that clear? Okay, now during this plan, uh, which program have been started by the government? Let's see. Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana, महिला समृद्धि योजना, राष्ट्रीय सामाजिक आर्थिक सहाय योजना. Now राष्ट्रीय सामाजिक आर्थिक सहाय योजना, it means सामाजिक means society, social we can say, आर्थिक means economic. Okay, so राष्ट्रीय सामाजिक आर्थिक सहाय योजना. Then midday meal scheme. Now midday meal scheme means the government school will get midday meal means half day during the recess the government will provide all the important basic food to the student those who are going. Then the next, Indra Mahila scheme and Ganga Kalyan scheme. Ganga Kalyan scheme deals with the Ganga river. Okay. Now during the 8th plan, the importance of private sector grew because it was given by the government only. Okay, that there is a need to give encouragement to the private sector. Then, so this plan is a reflection of the liberalization. Liberalization means freedom and free market policy adopted in 1991. Okay, is that clear? The 8th 5-year plan to everyone? Okay. Now, the last in our textbook, but not last in the our economy. Still, we have different 5-year plans. Okay, so 9th 5-year plan. This plan focus on agricultural and rural development. And what were the objectives? To increase the rate of the growth of the economy, create healthy competition in the infrastructure sector. Healthy competition in the sense, the competition which should not uh, create problem for the industries also and for the customer also. Okay. Give a new direction to industrial policy for ensuring foreign investment. So government making different policies for the foreign investments also. The following schemes were started during this plan. So, Swarna Jayanti Shahari Rozgar Yojana, Bhagyashree Child Welfare Policy, राज राजेश्वरी महिला कल्याण योजना, स्वर्ण जयंती ग्राम स्वरोजगार योजना, जवाहर ग्राम समृद्धि योजना, अंत्योदय अन्न योजना सॉरी, प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना, and many other programs were started during this 9th 5-year plan. Now, during this plan, the progress of communication system and service sector was achieved as per the expectations. Okay, so there was a growth in the field of construction and communication. Okay, and we all know there's a lot of development has been done during this year. Okay, I hope the different 5-year plans we have discussed is been understood by each and every students. If they have doubt, they can ask me. Okay, now let's move to our next point, that is a very important in the economy, that is nationalization of the bank. Okay, now the nationalization of bank has been done, that we have already discussed during the fifth five-year plan, that 14 banks were nationalized. Now let us discuss what was the idea behind it. Okay, now uh, during the tenure of the Prime Minister Pandit Nehru and Lal Bahadur Shastri, banking was a monopoly of the private sector. Only the private sectors were working in the banking system. Okay, they only started the banks. And these banks represent different industrial groups. And as the directors of these banks working towards the development of the industrial sector and increasing its profit, so government tries to stop this, because only the particular sector of a society is getting more and more profit. So as we have mixed economy, so not only a one sector should be increase or should become developed, but whole society should be developed. Okay, so for that, to stop this, the government has nationalized the Imperial Bank in 1955. Okay, and it got converted into which bank? State Bank of India. Monopoly means the rule of one person. Okay, or rule of one particular uh, group is called as monopoly. Yes, State Bank of India, that Imperial Bank has been converted into the State Bank of India, and we know the State Bank is the oldest bank and it has a many branches across the India. Okay, now the background of the nationalization. As India has adopted the mixed economy after independence, nationalization of bank was very essential, as we already discussed, to cover the loss and to get the profit also. Okay, now if there is a loss, so government, as we are when we put our money in a bank as a saving account or as a current account, we get interest. Who give the interest? That bank is giving interest. How they are going to give it? They use our money to circulate in the market, and they get profit out of it, and out of that profit they give us interest. So government done the nationalization of bank to use the this money and to the overcome the loss and to get the profit out of the money. Okay, now after that, what happened? Uh, Along with this, the policy of developing small industries and pharmaceutical industries had to be implemented. Okay, now there is a new revolution has been started, that is a green revolution, in order to overcome the shortage of food. So the food material should not be taken from other countries, means it should not be imported. So for that, government has started the green revolution. Now during the tenure of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Congress Forum for Socialistic Action, a group of the Congress party inspired by the socialist ideas, made a demand for the nationalization of the commercial bank. Okay, now what was the demand that the commercial bank should get nationalized? So what will happen? They will get more profit from that. Okay, now after that what happened? The 20-point program came. Now what is the 20-point program? Okay, now 20-point program. Wait a minute, students. Just a second.